Welcome to another episode of Deep Dive into Real Estate by Team Luddy Dillon. This is the place where we simplify real estate for you, one topic at a time. Enjoy.
Hey everyone, welcome to a deep dive about making those retirement dreams a reality. Actually making them happen.
Yes.
We're going to explore downsizing.
Yeah.
And whether or not it might be the key to unlocking a whole new chapter for you.
Right.
This deep dive is brought to you by Laddie Tillon's real estate team.
Oh.
Your go-to experts in the Peel region.
All right.
Brampton, Caledon, and Mississauga.
Sounds good.
Helping people with their real estate needs since 2007. We're passionate about helping people make smart real estate decisions. And that's exactly why we're diving into all the details of downsizing today.
That's right. Downsizing can be a total game changer for a lot of retirees, but it's a big decision with lots of moving parts. So let's break it down, starting with the why. Yeah. What makes downsizing so appealing for people entering retirement?
Okay, so imagine this. You've worked hard, the kids have flown the coop, and suddenly you've got this big empty nest.
Right.
Downsizing is kind of like trading in that family van for a sleek sports car.
Oh.
It's about right-sizing your life for what's next.
I like that analogy.
And that what's next often includes some pretty exciting things.
Absolutely. One of the biggest draws of downsizing is the financial boost it can provide.
Okay.
It's like tapping into a hidden treasure chest right in your own backyard.
Oh?
Home equity.
Oh.
So by selling a larger home and moving into something smaller, you free up a significant chunk of change.
It's like finding a winning lottery ticket tucked away in the attic. Now we're talking. What can you actually do with that newfound wealth?
Well, the possibilities are endless.
Okay.
Some people use it to travel the world, others invest it to really secure their financial future, and some even use it to finally pursue that passion project they've always dreamed of.
Yeah.
It's all about turning your house into a springboard for a more fulfilling retirement.
So it's not just about moving to a smaller house, it's about supercharging your retirement plans.
Exactly.
And let's be honest, for a lot of people, the financial aspect is a huge factor.
It definitely is. Think about it. A smaller house usually means lower property taxes, less upkeep, and smaller utility bills. Those savings can add up to a significant amount over time.
Yeah.
It's almost like giving yourself a raise without actually having to work.
Now, that's the kind of math I like. But beyond just freeing up cash,
Yeah.
can downsizing actually help with debt?
Absolutely. For some people, it can be the ticket to finally becoming mortgage-free. Imagine the peace of mind that comes with owning your home outright.
Wow.
In retirement. It can also be a really good opportunity to tackle any lingering debt and enter this new chapter with a clean slate.
So it's not just about adding to your savings.
Yeah.
It's about taking control of your finances and starting fresh. Pretty powerful stuff. But let's not forget that there's more to life than just numbers.
Sure.
What about the lifestyle perks of downsizing? Is it all it's cracked up to be?
It can be a total game changer for your lifestyle. Think less time spent cleaning, maintaining a large yard, or tackling those never-ending home repairs. Suddenly you have more time for hobbies,
Right.
travel, or simply enjoying a more relaxed pace of life.
It's like trading in chores for adventures. That sounds pretty tempting.
Right.
But I have to ask, what if someone is genuinely attached to their home
Yeah.
and all the memories it holds? It can't be easy to just up and leave.
That's a really important point. A home is more than just bricks and mortar. It's filled with years of memories, laughter, and love.
Yeah.
So letting go can be an emotional process. But here's the thing. Downsizing doesn't have to mean erasing the past.
Right.
It's about carrying those memories with you as you create new ones in a space that better suits your current needs.
It's like taking the best parts of your story and starting a new chapter in a different setting.
I like that.
But let's be practical for a moment. Selling a home can be a daunting process, especially if you haven't done it in a while.
For sure.
Where do you even begin?
First things first, you want to get a clear understanding of your home's worth. A professional appraisal or a consultation with a seasoned real estate agent, like you guessed it, someone from Laddie Dillon's team, is essential. They'll have the expertise to assess your property and provide a realistic market value, setting the stage for a successful sale.
Okay, so you've got the expert opinion. What's next? Do you just stick a for sale sign on the lawn and hope for the best?
Not quite. There are a few strategic steps involved in preparing your home for sale. Think of it as staging a play.
Okay.
You want to showcase your home's best features and create a captivating experience for potential buyers.
So it's time to channel your inner interior designer.
Yes.
But I'm guessing it goes beyond just fluffing pillows and arranging flowers.
Right.
What are some of the must-dos when it comes to getting your home market ready?
Decluttering is key. Potential buyers need to be able to envision themselves living in the space, not feel overwhelmed by your belongings.
I see.
Think about it. A streamlined, organized home appears larger and more inviting.
So maybe it's time to finally tackle that overflowing junk drawer.
That's a good idea.
But what about repairs? Are there any specific things sellers should focus on?
Absolutely. Addressing any noticeable repairs is crucial. A leaky faucet, a cracked tile, or peeling paint might seem like minor issues,
Right.
but they can give buyers the impression that the house hasn't been well maintained. It's about creating a sense of confidence and trust.
It's all about putting your home's best foot forward. And speaking of experts, I think it's time to bring back those real estate superheroes we mentioned earlier.
You got it. A real estate agent is like your trusty sidekick throughout the entire process.
Right.
They'll help you with everything from pricing and marketing to negotiating offers and handling all the paperwork. Their expertise and guidance can make a world of difference, especially in a dynamic market.
Okay, so they're basically the navigators of the real estate world.
I like that.
But let's talk at the financial side of things. Are there any hidden fees or costs people should be aware of when selling their home? You know, the things that might not be so obvious at first glance.
You're right, there can be some hidden costs.
Okay.
If you have a mortgage, for example, there might be prepayment penalties for paying it off early. And of course, you'll need to factor in things like real estate commissions, legal fees, and moving expenses.
It's like a financial obstacle course. Any tips for navigating those hurdles?
A good real estate agent will walk you through all the potential costs up front so there are no surprises.
Okay.
They can help you budget accordingly and ensure a smooth financial transition.
So it's all about having the right team and the right information to make smart decisions.
Exactly.
But once the house is sold and the boxes are packed,
Yes.
what about those proceeds?
Right.
It's time to talk strategy.
Absolutely. That's where the real fun begins. In part 2, we'll explore the different ways you can use those funds to create the retirement you've always dreamed of. From investing and traveling to pursuing passions and simply enjoying life to the fullest.
Sounds good.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to our deep dive on downsizing for retirement. In part 1, we explored the financial advantages and the emotional considerations of saying goodbye to a beloved home.
Right.
Now let's shift gears and talk about those exciting possibilities that await on the other side.
It's like opening a door to a whole new world of opportunities.
It is.
But with so many options, it can be tough to know where to start. What are some of the most common ways people use the proceeds from selling their homes to actually enhance their retirement years?
Well, one popular path is investing those funds to create a really solid financial foundation for the future. Think of it like planting seeds that will grow and provide a steady stream of income throughout your retirement.
So it's about turning your house into a nest egg.
Exactly.
But for those who aren't super familiar with the world of investing, it can feel intimidating. Where do you even begin?
That's where a financial advisor can be your best friend. They can help you assess your risk tolerance, understand your financial goals, and create a personalized investment strategy. There are tons of options out there, from RRSPs and TFSAs to more specialized investments like REITs, which focus on real estate.
Okay, so you've got your financial plan in place.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about actually enjoying those golden years.
Yes.
Travel is often at the top of the list for retirees.
For sure.
Can downsizing help make those travel dreams a reality?
Absolutely. Imagine trading in your lawnmower for a plane ticket.
Wow.
By downsizing, you free up not just finances, but also time and energy. Suddenly, you've got the resources to explore exotic destinations.
Right.
Take those bucket list cruises, or simply spend more time with loved ones in new and exciting places.
It's like swapping yard work for wanderlust. But for those who prefer to stay closer to home,
Yeah.
are there ways to enhance their lives without hopping on a plane?
Of course, downsizing can free up funds to create a dream home that truly reflects your passions. Maybe you've always wanted a gourmet kitchen, a cozy reading nook, or a beautiful garden oasis. It's about designing a space that brings you joy and really supports your hobbies.
It's like creating a personalized retreat right in your own backyard. And speaking of hobbies,
Yeah.
I imagine downsizing can also open up opportunities to pursue new interests or reignite old passions.
Exactly. Maybe you've always wanted to take art classes, learn a new language, or join that expensive golf club. With fewer financial constraints, you can finally say yes to those experiences that bring you fulfillment.
It's like giving yourself permission to explore and discover. But let's not forget about the day-to-day aspects of retirement. How can downsizing help people manage their finances more effectively, even beyond those big-ticket items?
Well, as we discussed, lower housing costs can significantly reduce your monthly expenses.
Okay.
This means you can enjoy more peace of mind knowing you have a financial cushion. Maybe you can finally treat yourself to that weekly massage, indulge in those gourmet groceries,
Ooh.
or simply enjoy the freedom to spend without constantly watching your budget.
It's like giving yourself a little financial breathing room. But with all these potential benefits,
Yeah.
it's important to remember that downsizing isn't a magic bullet. It's a big decision that requires careful planning and consideration.
You're absolutely right. It's not just about finances. It's about finding a home and a lifestyle that truly aligns with your values and priorities in this new chapter. And that might look different for everyone.
It's about creating a retirement that feels authentic and fulfilling.
Yes.
And for those who are feeling overwhelmed by the prospect of downsizing, are there resources available to help them navigate the process?
Absolutely. Remember those real estate superheroes we mentioned earlier?
Right.
Well, a good real estate agent who specializes in downsizing can be an invaluable resource. They can help you assess your needs, explore different housing options, and guide you through every step of the process, from selling your current home to finding that perfect downsized space. And of course, Laddie Dillon's team has a wealth of experience in this area.
Amazing.
They're really passionate about helping people in the Peel region make smooth and successful transitions.
They're like the Sherpas of the real estate world, guiding you through the terrain.
Yeah.
And speaking of finding the right place, I'm curious about the different housing options available to downsizers. Is it always about moving into a smaller, detached home?
Right?
Or are there other possibilities?
There are so many exciting options these days, from trendy condos and townhouses to active adult communities.
Okay.
And even co-living arrangements. There's a perfect fit for every lifestyle and budget.
It's like a real estate buffet with something for everyone.
I like that.
But with so many choices, how do you even begin to narrow down the search?
That's where having a really clear understanding of your priorities comes in. What are your must-haves? Do you need a guest room for visiting family, a home office, or a yard for your furry friend? What about accessibility? Are there any features that would make life easier as you age?
It's about creating a wish list for your ideal retirement home.
Right.
And once you have that list, what are the next steps?
Well, location is key.
Right.
We've talked about the flexibility downsizing offers. Do you crave the energy of a city, the peace of a small town, or the convenience of a retirement community?
It's like choosing the backdrop for your next chapter.
Yes.
And once you have a location in mind, how do you actually start the house hunting process?
Again, our real estate agent who specializes in downsizing can be a really valuable asset.
Okay.
They'll have their finger on the pulse of the local market, understand the unique needs of retirees, and can really guide you towards properties that match your criteria.
So they're like your personal home finding matchmakers.
Exactly.
And speaking of finding the right match,
Yeah.
what are some things people should pay close attention to when touring potential homes?
Pay attention to the layout and flow of the space. Is it easy to navigate? Are there stairs that could become challenging later on? Think about accessibility and how the home will suit your needs as you age.
It's about finding a home that will grow with you, so to speak.
I like that.
And what about amenities? Are there things people should prioritize in a downsized home?
Consider the things that enhance your lifestyle. Maybe a community pool, a fitness center, or walking trails nearby. If you're an avid gardener, look for a home with a manageable yard or a community garden space. It's about finding a place that supports your passions and interests.
So it's not just about downsizing your space.
Right.
It's about upsizing your lifestyle.
Exactly.
But let's be realistic for a moment. Budgets are a big part of any housing decision.
For sure.
How can people ensure they're finding a home that's both financially comfortable and meets their needs?
It's essential to have a realistic budget
Okay.
and to factor in all the costs associated with homeownership. Don't just focus on the mortgage payment. Think about property taxes, insurance, potential HOA fees, and those pesky maintenance costs.
It's like a financial puzzle.
Yeah.
Any tips for putting those pieces together?
This is where a good real estate agent can really shine. They can help you crunch the numbers, explore different financing options, and ensure you're making a sound financial decision.
So it's all about having the right guidance to navigate those financial waters.
Yeah.
But beyond the practicalities, what are some things people can do to make their new house feel like a true home? Especially when downsizing from a place filled with years of memories.
That's a great question. It's all about personalization.
Ooh.
Bring in your favorite furniture, hang artwork that speaks to you, and create a space that reflects your personality and brings you joy. It's amazing how those little touches can transform a house into a haven.
It's like infusing your new space with the warmth and familiarity of your old home. And speaking of warmth,
Yes.
we've covered so much ground today.
We have.
From the financial and emotional aspects of downsizing to the practical tips for finding that perfect new nest.
Yeah.
But before we move on to the final part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I want to pause for a moment and acknowledge that this can feel like a lot to take in.
You're right. It's a big decision with many layers. But remember, you don't have to go it alone.
It's like having a team of experts in your corner, ready to guide you through every step of the way. And we're back for the final part of our deep dive into downsizing for retirement.
Right.
We've talked about the why, the how, and the what.
Right.
From those financial benefits and emotional considerations to finding that perfect downsized home.
Right.
Now it's time to bring it all together.
It is.
So as we wrap up, let's talk about how to actually turn this dream into reality.
Okay.
We've talked about the importance of having the right team in your corner.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Absolutely. Having a trusted real estate agent, especially one who specializes in downsizing, can make all the difference.
Yeah.
They'll be your advocate, your guide, and your sounding board throughout the whole process. And remember, we're part of Laddie Dillon's real estate team, and we're really passionate about helping people in the Peel region navigate the world of real estate. We've been doing this since 2007, and we've seen firsthand how downsizing can open up those amazing possibilities for retirees.
It's like having a real estate wingman, someone who's got your back.
Ex-
But beyond the experts, what are some things that people can do on their own to make this transition as smooth as possible?
Start by getting organized. Decluttering and sorting through your belongings early on can save so much stress down the road.
Oh, yeah.
It can also be a surprisingly therapeutic process, allowing you to revisit memories and decide what you want to carry with you into this new chapter.
It's like a physical and emotional cleanse. But I imagine letting go of some items can be tough, especially those with sentimental value. Any tips for navigating those emotional hurdles?
It's okay to feel those emotions. Don't rush the process. Take your time, reminisce, and maybe even involve loved ones in the decision-making. Remember, you're not erasing the past. You're creating space for new experiences.
It's like editing your life story, choosing which chapters to keep and which to condense.
Right.
But once you've tackled the decluttering and that emotional heavy lifting, what's next?
Well, once you've sold your home and found your new digs, it's time to personalize your space. This is where you can really infuse your personality and make it feel like home.
So it's time to unleash your inner interior designer.
Yes.
But for those who might be downsizing into a smaller space, are there any tricks of the trade for maximizing that square footage?
Absolutely. Multifunctional furniture is your best friend.
Okay.
Think sofa beds, ottomans with storage, and tables that can expand for those larger gatherings. Vertical space is also key. Use shelves and wall-mounted storage to keep things off the floor and create a sense of openness.
It's like a game of Tetris, but for your home.
Yeah.
And speaking of games, let's talk about the fun part. Settling into your new life. What are some things people can do to embrace this next chapter and make the most of their downsized lifestyle?
This is where the real fun begins. Explore your new neighborhood, connect with your community, and try new things. Maybe join a book club, volunteer at a local organization, or take those dance classes you've always dreamed of.
Yeah.
The possibilities are truly endless.
It's like a blank canvas waiting for you to create your masterpiece.
Right.
And speaking of masterpieces, we've covered a lot of ground in this
Yeah.
deep dive. But before we sign off, what's one final piece of advice you'd give to someone who's considering downsizing for retirement?
Don't be afraid to take the leap. Downsizing can be a transformative experience both financially and personally. It's a great opportunity to simplify your life, pursue your passions, and create a retirement that's truly fulfilling. And if you're in the Peel region, don't hesitate to reach out to Laddie Dillon's team. We're here to help you navigate every step of the journey and make the process as smooth and enjoyable as possible. Give Laddie a call at 905-598-0725.
It's about designing a life you love in a home that fits your needs. So as you embark on this exciting new chapter, remember to dream big, plan wisely, and surround yourself with a supportive team.
Yeah.
And most importantly, enjoy the ride. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into downsizing.
Right.
We hope you found it informative and inspiring. Until next time.
See ya.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We will be back with something new and something interesting.